Well, good evening, folks. Your boy Ferris here, and I am coming to you live, bringing you a closer look into GreatLife Worldwide and my $20 give back, situation when you come on board, and the reason why I'm doing it. But at first, but a little bit of background on the reason why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. Years ago, when I first got out of the military, I did door-to-door sales for ADT company, ADT authorized dealer, and we had little flyers that the company made up, and they printed up. And at first, I just grabbed some because I thought, let me grab these and put them on the door, and I was going to be all right. Just do that and put them on the door, let them know I was here. And my sales my sales manager and the person that was doing all the driving, of course we had somebody take us around, and then we could get dropped off in the area and go knock doors all day. That was a rough grind. It was a rough grind, but I loved it though. I loved every second of it because it was freedom. I wasn't trapped inside a box all day on me day long. I know this is a house, but there's a difference between being in your box and being in somebody else's box. Pause. Not pause, because, you know what I'm saying? I like being in boxes. Yeah. But anyway, the whole deal with that is that from day one, he told me, he said, what we do here at this company, and a lot of other individuals out here do, is they do a $50 referral fee. So when somebody refers you to somebody, refers somebody to you, you know what I'm saying, what you end up, dang, I had to pause and video. So either way it goes, when I would do the referral fees, I would show up to the job. I would show up and, I would leave my flyer on the door, and somebody, whoever called me back, leave my flyer and my phone number. That's, not my phone number, the number to the office. And they would call the office, and just to make it sound a little bit more professional, secretary would say, well, you got such and such called you. You have these many calls and such area, because we would work a city until, we couldn't work it no more. And I think it was 3 salesmen. I think the first day I went out, first day I went out, I kind of knew I was going to like this job because I was about the only one who got sales. But again, turning back to the freedom half of it, I wasn't stuck in nobody's box. So, for every $50 referral fee, like I said, the scale could go from $100 to $250, per sale. And as far as my commission went, and when you're averaging, 12 sales a week on average, and you're only spending out, $500, but you're getting that back on top of extra money that you wouldn't have had in the first place, it kind of showed me that, money talks and bull crap walks. So, when I came here, I thought, well, I'm getting a $20 fast start. The breakage from that, I'm getting a $20 fast start plus $5 for the product that the company gives away, that Greg Gunderson so, pleasantly put the thing together and made something happen for us, made a deal happen for us, along with adding the VIP Savings Club to the daggone me game. Made it really attractive. And not only that, whenever I moved up in rank, the money was going to move up. So, to motivate people, instead of spending hundreds of dollars, and thousands of dollars like I have in the past on postcards, and then it's kind of a pain in the butt to do postcards. I figure I do videos and I send out ads and email out to people or whatever have you, email out to lists and stick to safe traffic exchanges and safe list and put the information out there. Now, most people would see that as a weak move. Why would you have to bait somebody to come on into your business? Is that and other? No. Money talks, bullshit walk. I have my eye on a bigger prize. So let's just say, I got the numbers. You know what I'm saying? When you first get it, the first two you're gonna get $25 per person. $25 per person times two equals $50. 50. Well, I said 80. My eyesight's bad. Let me get that $50. Let me try it on bad. Equals $50 that you were gonna have. Now you minus that times. You minus that 40 minus. You know what I'm saying? $40 minus $40. You're gonna end up with 10. You're gonna end up with 10 in the positive. You're gonna end up with $10 in the positive. Plus, plus, you know what I'm saying, two people that have jumped on board with you that are going to possibly follow the same route. So what's happening with that is your organization is getting built up by people motivated by money, by being in an opportunity that's going to pay them for the product that they give away. Also, that's going to pay them a level bonus as well, and also pay them a car bonus. This is my eyes is on the prize type deal. So we'll get to that in a second, okay? So moving through this, that's for the first two. Now, when you hit, get ready to hit the third sale, something else happens. Magic happens. Now, I got the numbers down right here. God. I got the numbers down right here. All right. So, and just to kind of share with you guys. All right. You're going to get up, and at first, for the third person, you're going to make $31. So if you, and then you're going to make the rank of silver. All right. And that's third person. You subtract that, out of $20. Subtract that little hunky $20 out of that. You're going to be left with a remainder. What? I'm going to say minus. You're going to be left with a remainder of $11 left in your pocket that you wouldn't have. But you think about this. You're looking at this small amount of money. This is chump change. We're in the beginning half. This is not the big money that you really, really want to focus on. Now, mind you, that like I said, other than video and all this other stuff, you're gonna be going on. You have done traffic exchanges. You have done safe list. All those things cost a little bit of money, unless you're clicking. But the postcards and stuff, I still might do because I have one designed up that I'm gonna work with. But all this stuff costs money, and in the long and short of the game, if you're trying to get to big numbers, the building phase is when nothing really matters. That $20 ain't gonna matter. If $20 is really messing with me, excuse me, I'm scratching. I got something on my nose. Feels like it. Don't you hate it when you feel like you're doing something and something is bothering you in your face or your skin, and the skin is clean, but it's just like something hanging there. Anyway, but in the beginning half of your business, you're going to be solely focused on building up until these numbers look like, this right here, which is the compensation plan. We're going to go to the compensation plan part right here, where you're going to end up getting this all new $535,000 Mercedes or BMW bonuses and commissions. So this number 8 right here is eye on the prize. This is not like, anything else I've seen in the industry. You're going to get $535 extra bonus, cash extra bonus, a new Mercedes or BMW paid for to you, not leased. Because there's been a lot of companies out there with leased car options Lease car options. Lease, they'll give you a lease car option for your car bonus, and you go out and you get the car, and it serves to be an attraction tool, but let your numbers fall off. Over here, you don't have to worry about that because the car is paid for and delivered to you free and clear on delivery. So you can, you could take, or, what I'm saying, you can select the car, or you could take the cash when you hit the 50K bonus, and then continue to earn the next $485,000 in bonuses. So and that's not including the cash that you're going to be earning on the background and the residuals that you're going to be building up, and people are going through the same process that you're doing. So you have to think about it in the long term. In the beginning, this is just going to be your little chump change. These are pennies. Even like I said, even doing ads, if you get in here, you jump in an ad and you spend, say you don't just do videos, because I'm not just doing videos. I'm pumping my stuff on paid ads as well via Craigslist. Just think about that. If $100 is hurting you right now and you're a grown adult, ask yourself, why does it hurt? Why does $100 bothering you so daggone much that you have to make you have to decide if you're going to make a cutthroat, life decision or whatever have you. And now I'm not going to say nothing. And just these people looking at tariffs, I have people complaining about them tariffs left and right. They're getting surcharges out of the world down my timeline. And it's not just that. Groceries are getting high as hell. The same amount of groceries that I used to be able to buy for $70 don't even fill half the cart. It may be a couple of things that I could grab. All right. Groceries are high as bird booty. I don't think, the gas has gone up too bad, because I've seen worse. I've seen worse gas prices. Trust me. Whoo, that was, I've seen gas jump up to $11. In my state, it was almost at $5 at one point. It was in around 2009, 2010, 2011, and gas was high. I did not go anywhere, hardly out of state. Matter of fact, I didn't go anywhere out of state. I may have touched Memphis. Even that was a bit of a, strain on the gas hand. And I drove a Santa Fe. So yeah. I drove not even a full size SUV, but a Santa Fe, a Toyota, a Hyundai Santa Fe. So yeah. But I'm going to break down how this works in another video. But just think about it in the long run. When you're looking at this, it's not a weak move. You're giving that money back to somebody else. It saves you in the long run of saying, I'm going to put all these postcards out here and hope and swing on a prayer. And versus you putting out a video or something like that, or putting out a capture page and on a traffic exchange and explaining to people what we're doing and experiencing that growth, not just nationwide, but worldwide, because this is a worldwide opportunity. Okay. So, just be on alert for this. And, click that link below to get started. Once you jump on, if you're in a foreign country, I have a way to get the money back to you. Don't worry about it. All right. It might not be as much as I think it's, because the platform, it may be the same, because I'm going to get the same amount of money. But if you're in a foreign country or whatever have you, don't worry about it, because we have Wise and Venmo, and of course PayPal that I can get the money back to you through. So there's international ways where we get the money back to you, and that's that's not just here for America. That's for all across the world. I don't give a damn about that money. I am trying to grow a huge organization so I can get to the top of the food chain. Everybody wants to get to the top of the food chain. And I was like, the way I see it is I was going to spend that money anyway on postcards and other crap. So instead of doing that, here you go. There you go. Jump on board, follow the leader, and do the same thing I'm doing. Because if you tighten up on that little $20 funky, it's not really going to do anything for you. What are you going to do? Go buy you a cheeseburger or something like that? You know, when you could be putting that into something that's going to help you into a movement that's going to help you eat steak and lobster for the rest of your life, or buy the house that you want. So whatever it is in your life that you want to do, you can do that. So this has been your boy Ferris, reminding you guys to be blessed, not stressed, and always be motivated about success. And I will see you guys on the beach of the world. If not, I hope to see you at the bank, cashing a big check, living the best life that you possibly could live. Because why the hell not? You might as well live the best life you possibly could live, because this is only one that you got. And yeah. Also, too, hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell to be notified of all future uploads I will be having on this channel. And with that being said, along with other things, click that link down below to get started. And nothing else, pick it a piece. Thank y'all for sitting with me for 15 minutes.